Yeah.
But in this, like, I feel like they used CGI or something instead, and that drove up costs or something. I don't know. Yeah, and also like the world building felt like it was like it didn't feel like I feel like they kind of crossed a certain threshold when like Indiana Jones felt like he was rewriting history in terms of like, oh, he's just gonna like go down go down in the middle of a major parade in New York City, and like be really conspicuous and become the world's most wanted man in the world. Whereas like in the other Indiana Jones films, it feels like you could kind of feasibly think like, oh,
he's like James Bond or something.
Like
no one knows who he is.
No one knows who he is or something. It's not like he's like because otherwise that would really change his character if everyone knew who he was, right?
Yeah.
Like that would be a big issue because you can't just fly in a plane or like just be in a random person. Everybody would be
plane stuff is really bad because like. Yeah, like. Should I even say this because like it's sort of a spoiler? But I was like, I mean, some stuff you can't get through TSA with.
Yeah, there's no TSA at this point in time.
Oh,
like,
oh really? Oh, that would explain it. Okay.
Yeah, TSA happened after 9/11.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness, like all those people got jobs though. That's a good thing. They got jobs.
Yeah, but the other thing about this is that maybe doesn't work is like even if there's no TSA, right?
Yeah.
There's still like the fact that he's like on the news. There's like a part where he's like on the news.
There's even a guy in the movie, and he's like, "Hey, you're the guy.
You're the guy.
The guy who's on the TV.
You're the guy on the news." And then like he has to sneak to the airport. But then, like, he's on the plane and nobody cares, and he's like holding all these like artifacts and like documents and stuff. He's like very conspicuous. He's obviously the guy that everyone's talking about. It just doesn't make any sense. It feels like a plot hole that like
a lot of plot holes.
It feels like one of like many plot holes that like don't feel like.
And it might be because like they had no time to like add another scene because. It was only 2 hours and 30 minutes, so like they just shoved it all into like one scene.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very detail oriented. It feels like they tried to paint in really broad strokes. They're like, we have the CGI going, we have the CGI teams working on this. We got to do all these set pieces. We got to shove them all in here, and like maybe as a result, a lot of the details had to be skimmed over and stuff. And I don't know, and maybe I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but like, I don't know. Like it definitely feels like it's different from the other Indiana Jones films, and I don't know. It's also at the same time inspired Disney, but I have no idea. There's so many different moving parts. It's hard to say what exactly happened with this. Also, another thing that felt like a plot hole, which like you can interpret it as you will, but like he's old, He's doing all these crazy stunts. He's like jumping off of things. He's diving. He's diving underwater. He's like riding horseback and stuff. Like he's going full throttle. He's like, and like they don't really bring it up at all. They don't ever say, "Oh, you gotta be careful. You gotta." He's like, they bring it up like one time, but like nobody. People still view him as like as dangerous as he was, as strong as he was when he was like 30 years old or something. It's very weird. I feel like it should have been brought up more.
I felt like that was fine.